Namaskar. Welcome to the new episode of Vande Mataram, the story of India's brave hearts. Sadashiv Bhau was born near Pune on August 4, 1730 into an illustrious legacy. His father was Chimaji Appa and his uncle was a legendary Bajirao I. Having lost his parents at an early age, Bhau grew up in the care of his aunt Kashibai, who treated him like her own son. He was tutored by Ramachandran Shenvi, one of the shrewdest political brains among the Marathas then. When Babuji Naik and Fateh Singh Bhosle failed in the task to capture Karnataka, it was Bhau who took it up. Leaving Pune on December 5th with Mahatoba, Purandare, and Shakharam Bapu, at just 16 years of age, he embarked on his mission. Ajra, south of Kolhapur, was where Bhau had his first major victory, defeating the Nawab of Savnur, capturing fort of Bahadur Benda. That started the victory march for Bhau. Just when he was lording over the Deccan, the news of Ahmad Shah Abdali's arrival reached the Marathas. Dattaji Sindhya was killed at the Battle of Burari Ghat. And with Abdali on the way to Delhi, in alliance with the Nawab of Awadh, Rohil Khan, as well as the Rajput rulers of Jodhpur and Amer, a major crisis was at hand. Recalled from Udgir to Partur, Bhau was chosen by the Peshwa to lead the Maratha campaign in the north against the Afghans, a decision that turned out to be rather hasty. While Bhau was pretty much at home in the Deccan, the north was not really a familiar territory to him, especially the politics there. Bhau adopted new tactics of infantry and artillery as against the traditional Maratha reliance on hit and run tactics, which he felt would not work in an open plains war like in the north. However, some like Holkar were not ready to accept Bhau's tactics of using artillery and infantry, as they felt the army was not adequately trained. He nevertheless went ahead, in spite of objections, and formed an artillery of 10,000. Though Holkar and Sindhya tried to get the Rajput rulers, the Jat chieftain Surajmal, and the Sikhs on the Maratha side, it did not work out. He also rejected the offer of Sikhs to aid him against the Afghans. Another disastrous decision, as the Sikhs were battle hardened when it came to the Afghans. They knew their strategies well. Bhau missed out on a great opportunity here. Bhau took Delhi with a strong artillery attack in 1760, driving out Durrani from there. Durrani was forced to flee from Kunjipura as his entire garrison was massacred by the Marathas. It was a comprehensive victory for the Marathas over the Afghans at Kunjipura. Some of Abdali's best generals were killed. Exasperated by the loss, Ahmad Shah Abdali himself entered the fray, making a daring cross the Yamuna at Bagpat. By November 1760, the Rani cut off the Marathas' access to Delhi, and they were now trapped from all ends. Besieged in Panipat, the Afghans managed to cut off all the food supplies to the Marathas. Finally, with his soldiers' morale running out and starvation rampant, Sadashiv Rao had no option but to call for war. January 14, 1761, on Makar Sankranti, the Third Battle of Panipat, as the Marathas and Afghans clashed in one of the most decisive battles ever. Till 2 p.m., the Marathas actually managed to break the Afghan forces, Bhau himself leading a spirited attack. So fierce was the assault of the Marathas led by Bhau that the Afghans ran from the battlefield. Just when the Marathas seemed to be gaining the upper hand, Vishwas Rao, the Peshwa's son, was hit by a stray bullet. And that was the turning point. Taking advantage of Vishwas Rao's death, the Rani attacked the Marathas with 10,000 troops, totally encircling them. Bhau, along with Ibrahim Khan Gardi and Jankoji Sindhya, was surrounded by the Afghans, while Holkar fled from the battlefield. Bhau put up a spirited fight against the Afghans. However, Vishwas Rao's death demoralized the Marathas. He fought to the last, even though he knew it was a losing cause. Before he finally fell like a hero on the battlefield, one of the greatest Maratha heroes, Sadashiv Rao Bhau, perished on the field of Panipat, fighting till the last. He, in many ways, revolutionized the Maratha army, brought in artillery and infantry, moved away from the traditional hit and run tactics. He also brought in European mercenaries, employed the latest artillery, in a way modernized the Maratha army. He might be judged harshly by historians, but he lived, fought, and died like a true hero in Panipat. Thank you. Namaskar.